Hi guys, this is Candy in Yardie Belly's kitchen, and today I'm taking over things today because hubby is not in, and I'm about to make him a hearty Jamaican meal, just as a surprise to him. And I'm gonna do some Escovech fish, and I'm gonna pair that with some turn cornmeal. And right here I have my goldfish, medium size, that are already pre-seasoned. And I just went ahead and added some salt. I added a little black pepper, a little garlic powder, and of course one of my favorite Old Bay seasoning. So pretty much that's all. They were already pre-seasoned, and being allowed to be marinated for maybe an hour or so. But the longer the better. That's my belief that the longer you marinate, the more tasty. So anywho, these are my fish, and I'm about to get in with the escovitch process. I have here in the pot some oil, and it's just a blend of sunflower and olive oil. And that's what I'll be using to fry the fish today. And I'm using my skillet, and I'm using the skillet because I find that when I use the skillet, I have no threat of the fish, sticking to the pot. And we can't have that when you're frying fish. We need to have a flawless finish with the fish. Alright? So I'm using my skillet, and I'm gonna be adding to the oil at this time just a little seasoning to flavor the oil, and I'm using some Scotch bonnet pepper, which I'm adding as I speak. And I'm also adding a small piece of Scallion and just a circle of onion. And that's just basically gonna be allowed to brown a bit, just to flavor the oil, so that flavor can, as my husband would say, permeate through the fish. Alright, so I'm allowing that to fry up real quick. Okay, so I am beginning to smell the aroma coming through so beautifully right now, and I'm removing them because they have obviously changed color, so I know that, they have done their job. So I'm just right away just removing all of the seasonings from the oil and preparing the way for the fish. Okay. And right away I'm going to add the fish, and the proper way to add fish to oil is to put it away from you. So you're going to lay it in the pot away from you. Don't lay it towards you, because trust me, you do not want to get burnt by hot oil. It's like disastrous. So I am just placing the fish in the pot, and I'm laying it away from me. Ow. So the space in the pot is permitting me to put all the fish in at one time, so I'm just going to do that. Have to be very careful because the oil is like splashing like crazy right now. Okay, and you're gonna just allow them to fry, and you're gonna just flip them over. Once one side is completed, you're just gonna flip them over so that the other side can be cooked through. And fish, as cooks pretty easily. It doesn't take very long for them to cook, so I'm just gonna watch it a bit to ensure that it does not burn, and then I will follow up. Okay, so it's that time when I am about to check if it's ready to be turned, and I'm gonna check it based on the color. It should have a nice golden brown color. And it is all ready to go. Very pretty, very brown, very nice. So I'm just gonna turn all of them at this time. just allow the other side to cook through thoroughly also. And then once that is done, we'll move on to the Escovech sauce and take it from there. Okay, so my instinct and my senses tells me that these are ready to be removed from the pan. They're fully cooked, and I'm going to just remove them using this tongue. Allow the excess oil to drain. And I'm going to just place it on this pan that I have on the side. And I put a piece of hand towel or napkin on the base of the pan so that it drains the excess oil. So I'm just laying them one beside the other on that sheet of paper so it can drain properly before I add my sauce. And the biggest one, which I know is mine, being laid. Okay, so there you have it, all done, looking nice and golden, like, I'm sure I would dig into this just now as is, but, you know, I have to top it off with that nice Escovech sauce, so that's the next step, so stay with me, alright? So the Escovech sauce is simple, guys. It's made with some very basic foundation ingredients, and they are carrots. So I'm having one carrot here. I have one carrot here. Sweet pepper. I have a white onion, a chayote, otherwise known as Chocho. In Jamaica, but it can be very offensive in some cultures, so let's stick with chayote. So I have one chayote. I have a piece of celery stick here. Very important for flavor, I have a Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper. And for taste, I have black pepper, pimento, some sea salt, and of course white vinegar. So these are the vegetables as they are prepped, and most of them are julienned as best as possible. The onions, the celery, green pepper, the chayote, and the carrots. And pretty much I'm using my skillet over here with a little oil. And I'm just pretty much gonna saute all of the ingredients together. And it's simple, 1, 2, 3, and we're ready to go. Alright, so starting off with the onions, just to give a little flavor before adding the other vegetables. And then just pretty much add everything. Beautiful medley of colors working with here. Very pretty. Very pretty. We ain't wasting nothing around here. And we're just going to stir everything together. We don't want it to overcook, you know. We want it to basically remain firm and tender. A term I think they call in cooking as being al dente. Okay, so with that added in, I'm going to put a few, what do you call these now? A few pimentos. I don't know what you call them. A few balls of pimentos.
Pimento seed.
Pimento seed. Also known as allspice or whole allspice. And maybe just a handful. And you blend that together to get all the flavors going. And without any hesitation, you just go ahead and add your vinegar.
How much?
I would say maybe a half a cup, the equivalent of a half a cup. I think maybe a little more will do. And of course, we have to add the famous Scotch bonnet pepper. This is what makes or breaks your sauce. The hot pepper is what will basically set off the flavor in this sauce, the Escovech sauce. So I'm pretty much using about a half because this is the real deal. I mean, some people have some pepper that they try to pass off as the original Scotch bonnet pepper, but this isn't. This isn't. So this is the real deal. So I can't put too much. Then just to add a little flavor, a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, and we're good to go. Escovech sauce is all done, and we have the fish here already ready as I showed you earlier, and I'm just going to spoon the contents of the sauce on top of the fish. And at the end of the making of the sauce, I added just a little sprinkle of brown sugar just to, you know, add some contrast in flavor, and I pretty much added some parsley flakes just to, you know, add a little interest to it also. So I'm just laying the sauce on top, and I'm going to just spread it evenly over top the fish. And usually you don't, you know, add the sauce and then eat the fish right away. You have to allow the sauce to soak into the fish so that the flavors are very, very, very noticeable once you bite into that fish. So, yeah.
Hello, folks. I am
came
here.
And ruined the surprise, yeah.
Yeah, I am here, you know, and I'm loving what is happening. The whole house smell like we're at Jamaica. And I just want to say, hey, I am pleasantly surprised, happy that the wife decided to take on this task right now. You know, Escovech fish, and more or less she gonna eat most of it anyway, cause I don't eat fish head. So she gonna eat the whole of them areas. She gonna devour it. Trust me.
Long time.
But I love what's happening here. It's Escovech sauce. Well, it's Escovech fish. That's how we know it in Jamaica. And it's simply frying the fish and adding the vegetables, you know, in a sort of pickle, marinating sauce. And trust me, look beautiful, you know. And I don't know what's happening in your neck of the woods, but in my home, this is what's for dinner. Yeah? Yardie belly, wifey, the little boy in a foreign. Okay guys, so here we have the finished Escovech fish that has been plated, and it is served like I mentioned earlier. It is served with some turncock meal, the authentic original Jamaican turncock meal, aka polenta. And it is a healthy alternative to eating rice or to eating pasta or the usual starchy food that we usually have. Cornmeal is very good. It's a very good source of roughage, and it is delicious. So remember to, you know, try it for yourself and see, you know, how you like it. And the recipe for the polenta will be in the description box below, so be sure to check it out. All right? Peace.